Hey guys, thanks for visiting our Building the Brand series. Today I want to talk about leather. I go from saddle shops to ranches looking for the old vintage leather that we build our belts, our hat bands, and our cuffs with. We went to Arizona, and on our way back from a show, I went to a saddle shop and I found some amazing pieces. I asked the fella who owned the shop, I said, hey, do you have any old stuff just laying around? Well, he is third generation collector, so the answer was yes. He said, well, I don't know, but I'll call you back. So 2 weeks later, I get this phone call, and he says, send me some shipping labels. 200 pounds of leather later, we have these amazing boxes. We found this really cool piece of leather. I think this was an old desk cover. You can kind of see where the old cowboy kicked up his feet, probably, trying to decide where he's going to ride or maybe what pasture he's going to move his cattle into. This is an awesome piece. Look at the patina on it. You just can't make new leather look like this. We found some stirrup fenders, some old chaps we'll make some bags with, and this was probably my favorite piece from the whole box. This is an old stirrup fender leather, and as you can see, on occasion I find pieces that actually have tooling on them. Now these came from fancier saddles. These were maybe your cowboys that had a little more clout or just a little more fancy. I used to have a great friend that I rode the backcountry with all the time, and he'd show up with his Visalia silver. I mean, we're riding at like 10,000 feet for 4 to 5 hours. And I'm like, why do you have all this fancy gear? And he says, well, Brit, there's never a good time to look bad. So I kind of put that in the register, and when I find these things, I really think about him and how he just loved to have that, that just a little extra kick, So we go further through the box, and we've got some great stirrup fender leathers, some chaps. We found a pair of driving reins. Let's talk about driving reins. So these are what were used for the stagecoaches and the plow teams. I always hold these wondering, what did they do? Did they hold up a bank? Did they form the American West? They're just amazing pieces of Western history, and then we make these into jewelry and hat bands for our customers to take home. This is to me like finding a Prada purse in a thrift store. No kidding. We go further in the box, and I found some latigos. This is what we make our belts out of. More stirrup fender leathers. Saddle strings. These are amazing. This is what we make our little bracelets with. I mean, this box is just absolutely incredible. I can't wait to get this upstairs and start cleaning it. It takes us, several days of cleaning and sealing and skiving to get this to look like something like this, where we have the finish and the polish to it. But it's so worth it, and I can't imagine anything else as a backdrop for our cuffs, our belts, and our hat bands. Thanks so much for joining us. Check us out online at www.britwest.net, and I hope you enjoy the Building the Brand series. What do you got for me, Lynn?
I got some old leather. You want some old leather?
Yeah, I want some old leather.
I done jumped it on your truck.
What you got in here?
Woo-wee! Stirrup leathers. And,
look at that.
Well, that there ain't hard to work for that. Got a lot of good latigos in there that come off old saddles.
Got plenty of dirt with them.
Yeah, the dirt.
Spider webs, mowed.
No extra charge.
I ain't gonna die from anything in here, am I?
No, it's just Texas dirt.
Woo!
It won't hurt you.
It won't hurt you.
It's cowboy dirt.
I love this. Look at all these latigos.
Here's an old fender. You said something about using these for something. That's from the Texas Peace Officers Rodeo Association. 2-man calf tie, 1988 champion. And I replaced the stirrup leathers on that saddle. The other one may be down the bottom, I'm not sure, but there's a bunch more old stirrup leathers.
Well, we got our work cut out for us, so this is some good stuff.
I think that's about all there is in here is stirrup leathers. I did think I seen one more fender down the bottom, but
awesome.
There's a box full of it anyway.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.